Hello, folks. Welcome to our time together. We are predominantly going to be on our mats in either the seated position or laying on our backs. So just want to call that out. So just get into an easy seated position, whatever that means for you today. We are going to concentrate on our abs. So ask and you shall receive. Getting into an easy seated position, whatever that means for you today. If you're cross-legged, if your legs are underneath you, you're just noticing, maybe just weighing back and forth, noticing, making sure your weight is evenly distributed. Your palms can face up or down. And we'll just ground ourselves. Taking a great big inhale and exhale. At this moment in time, you can decide if you'd like to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And really connecting into your inner world. With each inhale, breathing in fresh, clean oxygen. And with each exhale, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Really noticing, feeling the breath as it inhales through your nose, which expands the belly. And on the exhale, the stomach contracts and the breath goes out the nose. Releasing any tension around your eye area. Maybe you notice then some of your other areas that were gripping or holding tension begin to soften. Releasing any tension around the forehead. Again, maybe you notice that maybe your leg muscles or your hips begin to soften a little bit as well. And releasing tension around the jaw. Releasing tension around the upper back. Connecting to your breath. Noticing your inhale and noticing your exhale. Noticing the parts of your body that are connected to the earth. Noticing how the breath feels. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it shaky? Is it smooth? Keeping your thoughts on this breath. Keeping your thoughts on your internal landscape. And letting go of any of those to-do lists, anything that might create some tension or frustration for you. Noticing them, knowing that those thoughts are always there. Those are just distractions. And as you breathe, noticing the inhale and exhale, not resisting, no tension, no stress, releasing the grip, releasing the hold. Creating this space, creating this mental space that will allow you to come up with solutions to all those thoughts that are in your head for after our time together. Breathing in, great big breath in, and exhale, releasing. Inhale, great big breath in, and exhale, releasing. Inhale, great big breath in through the nose, and exhale, releasing. Bringing your hands to heart center. If you would like to set an intention can be a thought, a word, a prayer, a goal, a mantra, something that you can use as your reference point today. Inhale, breathing in that intention. Exhale, bowing the head forward, sealing that intention. Inhale, head returns to heart, and the hands return back to your sides. Slowly opening your eyes, returning into the room. Hello again. All right, let's go ahead. If your legs are crossed, switching up the cross in your legs. We like to do on one side, do it to the other as well. So regaining balance, maybe shift your weight back and forth, forwards and back. Inhale, arms overhead, biceps to ears, gaze can go up. Exhale, chin to chest, arms coming to your side. Inhale, arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, chin to chest, hands back to your side. Once more. Inhale, arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, left hand's going to come down and right hand's going to go ahead, stretching the nice side body. If you want, extending that left hand out a little bit more to deepen the stretch, making sure that the right hip remains firm and planted, it's grounded and supported. Gaze can go up as well. Really getting a nice side stretch. Remembering to breathe. And on your next inhale, arms are going to come back up. This time, right hand's going to come down, left hand's going to stretch across. Again, making sure that that hip is grounded, rooted, and secure. The gaze can go up over the arm as well. Breathing here. Letting go. Inhale back up. And hands come into heart center. Interlacing those hands, extending them all the way out in front of you. Inhale, lifting the arms all the way up overhead, biceps to ears. This time the chin's going to come into your chest. Exhale, returning to center. Inhale, arms all the way up overhead, chin to chest. Exhale, back into center. Inhale, arms all the way up overhead, chin to chest, biceps to ears. Exhale, back into center. Great. Taking the hands, reaching behind your back. Interlacing those fingertips. Maybe give your back a nice little stretch. And on an inhale, as if the elbows are getting pulled up by strings, coming all the way up to the sky. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, elbows getting pulled up by strings. Exhale, back into center. Inhale, elbows all the way up to the sky. Exhale, back into center. All right, great job, guys. Go ahead and extend that left leg out to the left side of your mat. Taking the right sole foot and bringing it closer to the thigh. So the left foot is going to be flexed, the left leg is active, and just making sure that you are grounded, rooted, and secure, that you're not taking on weight on one side more than the other. And left hand can come to the shin, the ankle, maybe all the way to the toes. If you'd like to deepen the stretch, you can take the opposite arm, allow it to come all the way across and forward into it. Connecting to your breath here. So you should feel a nice little stretch on the side body. Breathing. And on an inhale, returning back to center. Great job. Opposite side now. Taking the right leg all the way out to the right side of your mat. Maybe lifting up. Make sure that your hips are grounded, rooted, and secure, that the weight is evenly distributed. The left foot coming into the right thigh. Right foot is flexed. right leg is active. Right hand can come to your shin, to your ankle, maybe all the way to the toes. Find what works best for you. Every day is a different day. Left hand, if you'd like to deepen it, allowing it to come across and fold in. Breathing here. What you do to one side, you tend to want to do to the other. So just noticing what you did to the left, making sure you do it to the right. Connecting to your breath. And on your next inhale, coming back up. This time we're going to take the feet, bringing the soles of the feet in to meet one another. Just warming up our body is really what we're doing. We did the upper body, we're finishing the lower body now. You can slowly fold into it. So with the soles of the feet coming in to meet one another, you can be further away, you can be closer together. You don't necessarily want to have your legs all the way like this. So if your knees are kind of far away from the ground, allowing those feet to come out further so that the knees can be closer to the ground. You want to make sure that your hips are supported, your knees are supported, your ankles are supported, all those vulnerable joint areas. And if you'd like, you can fold into it, deepening that stretch a little bit more, really opening up the hip flexors. Breathing here. Maybe you even think back onto your mantra or your intention. And on an inhale, allowing yourself to come all the way up into an easy seated position. Great. Go ahead and extend the left leg all the way out in front of you so that leg is active and that foot is flexed. And we're going to go ahead and take the right leg, allowing the sole of the foot to come across the left. So the sole of the foot is grounded and rooted on your mat. That left leg active, that left foot flexed. Taking the right arm, allowing it to come behind about a foot or 6 inches behind your right hip. And bending or cactusing the left arm. Coming across, allowing a little twist. So avoiding those vulnerable areas as always. So avoid the knee and the actual elbow, but coming across. And give yourself a nice subtle twist. So the gaze is going to go over the right shoulder. Connecting to your breath. Noticing the inhales, noticing the exhales. Letting go of any kind of resistance, whether that's thought or whether that's muscle. And exhale, returning back to center. Switching it up, this time letting the right foot to come down to meet its counterpart. So that foot is going to be active, that leg is going to be active. Taking the left leg, bringing it across the right now. Making sure that that foot is grounded, rooted, and secure. Left hand is going to come about 6 inches behind the left hip. Right arm, bending it, about 90 degrees, cactusing it, allowing it to come across the left leg. So again, avoiding the elbow and avoiding the knee. And go ahead and allow your gaze to go over the left shoulder. Connecting to your breath here. Really breathing in fresh, clean oxygen with each inhale. And with each exhale, allowing any tension, anything that doesn't serve you to go. Nothing forced. And on your next inhale, coming back to center. Okay, let's allow that foot to come back out. Maybe just take a moment here. Allow the spine to be straight. Engaging the core, softening the heart, allowing the hands to come to your sides. So the fingertips are facing out. Just noticing your posture. The legs are active, the feet are flexed. If you're doing this correctly, you are feeling somewhat of a burn. If you're having your legs active, your feet flexed, your core engaged. And exhale, releasing. All right. We're going to go ahead and go into our first tabletop. So still just warming up the body. It's pretty easy stretches for today. So in tabletop, the palms are going to be about shoulder width distance apart. Your core is going to be slightly engaged to ensure that your spine is getting the support that it needs. Wrists in line with the elbow, elbow in line with the shoulder. Strong, straight spine. And the legs are about hip width distance apart. All right, on an inhale, allowing the spine to curve as if it's creating a U shape. Allow the head to come forward, chin lifts up. Exhale, chin coming into chest, reversing that spine. Inhale, allowing the chin to lift up, coming into a U-shaped back for cow. Exhale, chin coming into chest for cat. Inhale. This should really be your core that's doing most of this work. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale. One more. Inhale to cow. And exhale. Let's go ahead and come into stillness. Neutral tabletop spine. Yeah. Let's go ahead and allow our hips to come back onto our ankles for child's pose. So the arms are going to be fully extended out, allowing the head to come down. At any moment, at any time throughout your yoga practice, you are always welcome to come to child's pose. Open invitation. Whether you need to breathe, whether you need to connect to your inner landscape or your mantra, your intention, or whether you just need a rest. Clear your mind, coming into a relaxing child's pose. And inhale, let's just go ahead and walk our hands up, doing a little bit of a wrist opener. I know that with everybody working from home right now, it's always needed. Hands out in front of you. Go ahead and allow that right hand to come about 6 o'clock clockwise. Allow the left hand to go 6 o'clock counterclockwise. And allowing them to come onto the mat. So you're going to come up just a little bit. If you would like to make a little added bonus, you can tuck those toes, giving your toes also a nice little massage. Everything is about making sure that your safety is still first, so keep that in mind. So take it to the left, take it to the right, and forwards and back. What you do one way, you want to make sure that you do the other, so just make sure that you're making it even. If you're going in circles, maybe, make sure that you do clockwise and counterclockwise. All right, great. Coming into stillness, go ahead and allow the hands to return back. This time, flipping the palms over. So the palms are going to, as if the fingertips are flipping over, and they're coming to face you. All right, again, walking forwards and back. And if you do this enough as your daily yogic practice, it won't be, the first couple of times, it feels weird and uncomfortable, but it won't be so much so if you do it regularly, helping to prevent carpal tunnel. All right, great. So coming back to center, allowing the palms to come back down, untucking those toes if they were tucked. And we'll go ahead and extend the left arm. So extend that left hand all the way out in front of you, making sure that core is engaged. So right here, if you're just normally just extending that arm, this time being conscious of your core, really noticing your core and extending that arm all the way out in front of you. You can have an engaged core here. It's fabulous. Exhale, bringing that hand back down. Extending the right arm all the way out in front of you. Again, engaging that core, really noticing, making sure your core and abs are active in this posture. Maybe you start practicing more with this core engaged for this posture. Noticing the weight distribution. Exhale, the right hand returns to center. Extending the back left leg, so sending that all the way back behind you. The leg is active, the foot is flexed. So noticing your core here. Maybe you come up a little bit, noticing the weight distribution. So your core is engaged, then your spine's straight. If your core is not engaged here, you might be sloped down. So engage that core will actually prop you up, and you might be able to feel a difference immediately. Leg is active, foot is engaged, one straight line from the crown of the head all the way down the neck, all the way down the spine, all the way out the leg. Exhale, bringing it back in. And let's extend that right leg all the way behind you. Leg active, foot flexed. Again, noticing your core. Is it engaged? And if you happen to have a mirror nearby, you'll notice when you don't engage your core, your back is not being supported. Your spine's not being supported. There might be a little bit of an arch. Engaging that core lifts it up. Breathing here, noticing the weight distribution. Exhale, bring that leg back down. Fabulous. Repositioning yourself, making sure your arms are about shoulder lengths apart and your legs are about hip width distance apart. All right, extending the right arm all the way out in front of you, engaging that core, extending the back left leg, really balancing here. So foot is flexed, leg is active, core is engaged, lifting up through there, and the arm is active and engaged. Breathing here. You should be able to feel it. If not, make sure that your leg and arm and core are active. Exhale, bring it back to center. Extending the left arm all the way out in front of you. Extending that back leg all the way back behind you. All right, arm is active, core is engaged, leg is active, foot is flexed. Breathing here, really noticing weight distribution, checking in there. Your gaze should be down onto the mat. And exhale, bringing them back to their counterparts. Great. All right, so getting any wiggles out if you have them. Okay, taking that left leg, bringing that left leg in between the hands. Let's go ahead and come up into a low lunge. Ooh, sorry you can't see me. All right, let's come back down actually. Let's take the left hand, bring it to the outside of that curve of the left foot and extend all the way up. Right arm goes up to the ceiling, gaze goes up. Breathing here. Exhale, bringing the hand back down, bringing the left hand come back to its home. And the left foot is going to go back to meet its counterpart. Right foot now is going to come up. And since we did it on one side, because I didn't realize you wouldn't be able to see me, we'll do it to the other just for a brief second, coming all the way up into a low lunge. All right, hands coming back down. And allowing that right hand to come to the inside of that right leg. And this time, the gaze is going to go up to the left. So left arm extends all the way up, gaze follows. Breathing here. And exhale, bring it back down. Right hand comes back to its home. And right leg goes back to meet its counterpart. All right. And taking that left leg back up, walking it out to the left side. And if you need to, walking that back leg out just a little bit more if you'd like to deepen it. This is for lizard. So you can stay just like so. Or if you would like to fold into it, you are welcome to do so. Opening up the left hip. And from here, it's okay if that foot does come off the mat a little bit. That's fine. Breathing here. All right. Perching back up. Letting that left foot come and walk itself across your mat. And coming down gracefully. And from here, this foot can come in closer to the body if you would like, or it can be further away from the body. So find out what works best for you today. And maybe you even want to put a a towel underneath your right knee if you have one nearby, might be an option. And you can stay perched up here for pigeon. If you'd like to deepen it, you can go further and deepen it, coming all the way to the mat if you would like. Another option, if this isn't something that you've come to in your practice, you can go ahead, allow yourself gracefully to come onto that hip and bring in that opposite leg. Again, you could bring this in closer to different options, and then you can fold into it as well. So different options depending on where you are in your practice. And connecting to your breath, find what modification works best for you. If none of them are working, just give me a call. We can find a way to make sure that you're still opening your hips, but not causing any kind of injuries or forcing your body into a position it's not ready for. Connecting to the breath. On an inhale, go ahead and rise up if you were folded forward, coming into a standard perched pigeon. We're going to tuck those back toe, lifting that back leg, engaging your core, and bringing that left foot to meet the right. Go ahead and allow that right foot to come up to the outside of that right hand. And you can walk that left leg back. You can place a towel underneath that knee if you would like. And you can stay perched up here for lizard, or if you would like to fold into it, you are welcome to do so as well. Again, another option here is you can open it up a little bit more, allowing that foot to come off. Just making sure that you are noticing your vulnerable areas. Connecting to your breath. And coming back on your hands if you're folded forward. Right foot is going to come walking across the mat, allowing that leg to come down. And same for this side. So you can bring that foot in closer to the body if you would like. You can allow it to go further away for a bit of a deeper hip opener. You can also toggle back just a little bit, bring in that opposite leg, and then fold into it. Find what works best for you, what modification. And you can slowly fold into it if you would like, or stay perched up. Connecting to your breath. And then inhale, breathing in that fresh, clean oxygen, and allow it to go, thinking on wherever the tension's being held in your body, because this is a great way of releasing stress in the hips. Breathing in that fresh oxygen to the hip area or wherever the muscle is that needs it. And on an exhale, releasing. Inhale, if you're folded forward, go ahead and perch up. We're going to tuck those back toes, lift that back leg, let the right meet the left, coming onto our knees and into child's pose. Taking a moment here. And on an inhale, coming back up, we're going to make our way onto our backs. So go ahead, coming all the way down onto your back. Extending the legs all the way out, extending the arms all the way overhead, full body stretch. Taking it to the right side of your mat. Back to center. Taking it to the left side of your mat. And back to center. Okay. Bring in the soles of the feet onto your mat. Okay. Make sure that your spine is on the mat. There's not a little bit of a back bend. Maybe that means you're engaging that core again. All right. Go ahead and lift the legs up. So you're going to create about 90 degree. Okay. Noticing how that feels. Your core probably automatically just engaged. Great. Go ahead, take the right leg down, bringing it back up. Taking the left leg down, bringing it back up. Right leg again, almost touching the ground, but it's not touching. Bringing it back up. Left leg, almost touching. Bringing it back up. Okay. Taking both of them, almost touching. Bringing it back up. Almost touching. Bringing it back up. The palms can remain flat on your mat to help you. Almost touching. Bringing it back up. Once more. Remembering to breathe. Almost touching. And bringing it back up. Okay. Bringing the soles of the feet onto the mat. This time you're going into a standard boat pose. So for boat pose, I'll show you if you don't know. If you know, go ahead and get into it. So standard boat, we're going to come lifting our core up off the mat and extending those legs if possible, extending them all the way out. If not possible, you can keep them engaged, just having them engaged. So you're really feeling it here, but you're also getting a workout in the legs as well. So your core should be engaged, your legs should be engaged, your arms are also balancing as well. Breathing here and coming all the way down gracefully as possible. All right. All right, let's go ahead and try it again. Inhale, bring your legs into boat pose. Breathing here. And coming all the way down. All right, I think we'll do one more round of boat. Your abs should be feeling it. Your legs should be feeling it. Your arms should probably be feeling it as well. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Lifting up. Breathing here. Summertime bod. Breathing here. And exhale. Allow yourself to come all the way down. Again, arms going to go overhead, extending the legs all the way out to your end of your mat. So give a nice body stretch. Let's take it to the left this time first. Back to center. Let's take it to the right. Back to center. All right, great. Allowing the hands to come back to your sides once more. And bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. All right, so for a bridge, it's another core engager. So for bridge, palms face down. You can use them for support. Also, when we get into the posture, you can also interlace them behind your back to help you deepen it a little bit more. So as if the soles of the feet are pushing the earth away. Push, push, push. The thighs are energetically coming together, pulling all the way up. So your core should be really engaged, and your hands can be at your side here. If you'd like to, you can actually bring a modification only if it is safe and you feel supported, because the soles of your feet need to be rooted, grounded, and secure. Core is fully engaged. You can walk up onto your elbows, interlacing those hands. Those thighs are energetically pulling in to meet one another. And this is a transitional pose to get into full wheel. Something to remember. And exhale. Let's come out of that. We will do that 2 more times. Reconnecting to your breath. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat. Maybe not. On an inhale, inhaling fresh, clean oxygen, lifting the legs up so you're pushing the ground away with the feet. Thighs are energetically pulling in to meet one another and coming all the way up. Another option is having a block underneath your sacrum. So you could have a block right here. I don't have anyone right near me. You could have it right there and you would just stay in that posture. You wouldn't keep coming out of it like what we're doing right now, the three rounds. Breathing here. Exhale, coming out. Slowly, gracefully coming out of that. All right. When you're ready, one more round. So pushing the ground away with the soles of the feet, energetically pulling the thighs in to meet one another. You can stay with the arms planted just like so, or if you would like, You can interlace the hands and come up a little bit more if you're working your way into full wheel. Again, noticing that ground beneath your toes, pushing the ground away, and remembering to breathe. Core is engaged, strong spine, and exhale coming out of that. Fabulous. All right, what we'll do now is make sure your back is actually, go ahead and bring the knees into your chest, interlacing the legs, just going back and forth, giving yourself a little bit of a break. Rocking side to side, back and forth. Maybe you do circles. If you do circles, make sure what you do one way, you do the other. Even things out. All right. And go ahead from here. Palms can come face down onto the mat, extending the legs all the way up to the ceiling. So as if those feet are walking on the ceiling, your core is going to be strong and engaged in this posture. Your legs are active and straight. If you could see my toes, they're also active and straight. They're also, the foot's flexed, legs are active, they're straight up as if I'm walking on the ceiling. It's as if it's a 90-degree angle with my body. Palms firmly planted on the ground. Connecting to your breath. Breathing in. And exhale. You can bring the feet all the way back into your chest, allowing the soles of the feet to come to the earth. Let's go ahead and allow the knees to fall to the sides. The soles of the feet are going to touch one another. Taking a moment here. And bringing the legs back together. Okay. Making sure that you can feel the earth beneath your spine right now. Your spine's strong and secure. Your core is going to become engaged. And we're going to go on a walk on the ceiling once more. So bringing the legs back into your chest if that's the way you want to get in there, or you could just fully extend them all the way up immediately. So the feet are flexed, the legs are straight and active. Engaging that core, making sure that spine is straight on the earth. Connecting to your breath. Maybe you're thinking on your intention, or maybe some other thoughts are coming in. Breathing through it. And exhale, allowing those legs to come down again. Let's go ahead and open up once more, letting the knees fall to either side. All right, we're going to walk on the ceiling one last time. Really get a great ab workout in today. All right, allowing the legs, the soles of the feet to come back onto the mat once more. You can go straight all the way up into the legs at 90, or if you would like, I'm kind of taking it a little bit as a different transition, bringing the knees into the chest, flexing the feet already, and extending them all the way up. Again, you don't have to do that. You can just be like so and extend all the way up. So find out what works for you today. And another option is always going to the wall. You can use the wall and you can have the legs up there, but you aren't going to get as strong as an ab workout with that. All the muscles are connected, so keeping that in mind. Breathing through this. Palms are on the mat, facing down. Connecting to the breath. Exhale, bringing it back in. Allowing the feet to come down. Allowing the knees to open up once more. All right. Hopefully your abs feel good. And let's bring the knees back in to meet one another. Soles of the feet onto the earth. Let's go ahead and bring in the knees. One last thing to do with the knees closer to you. Let's go ahead and do happy baby. So interlacing the fingers around the big toe, maybe around the feet, maybe around the ankle. Find again what works for you. And one of the key points here is ensuring that your tailbone is actually on the mat. So it's not lifted up crazy. It's actually lifted, staying on the mat. So maybe that means that you don't go up, you don't widen so much. You actually stay closer together. That's fine. And breathing here for happy baby. Again, checking in, is that tailbone coming off the mat? All right, back into center, allowing the feet to come down onto the mat. So the soles of the feet are there. Taking the right leg, bring it over top of the left, avoiding those vulnerable areas, avoiding the ankle and avoiding the knee. Taking the hands, interlacing around that thigh of the left leg, bringing it in closer to you, giving a nice hip opener stretch. If you want to deepen this, you can stay just like this, or if you want to deepen this, maybe you bring it around the thigh. Connecting to your breath here, starting to cool down, allowing the body to cool down, allowing yourself to relax a little bit, maybe releasing more tension, more gripping, letting that go. And left foot coming onto the mat, right foot following. Left leg coming over top of the right, avoiding those vulnerable areas, the joints. And placing the fingers around the thigh, bringing it closer to you. That's the right thigh, that is. If you want to deepen it, or if you did it on the other side, what you do on one side, you want to do to the other. Okay. Great. All right, right leg is going to come down. Left leg is going to come down. Bringing the legs closer back into your chest, allowing them to slowly, gently come down to the left side. The arms, if you have room, you can fully extend them out. If you don't have room, just cactus them, make them at 90. And the gaze is going to go the opposite direction of the legs. So the gaze this time will go to the right side. Just checking in the shoulder blades as best you can. It might not be anatomically possible, but as best you can, allowing both shoulder blades to be on the mat. Breathing here. And inhale back into center. This time, you can keep your arms extended out, this time taking it to the right. Arms extend out, legs on the right side. The gaze this time will go to the opposite side, so this would be the left. Again, checking in, can your shoulder get a little bit more on the mat? If not, nothing forced, nothing coerced. Connecting to your breath. Inhale back into center. And exhale, let that right leg go to the right side. Let the left leg go to the left side. Hands come to your sides. Palms can face up or down, and gaze can close. Letting go, melting onto your mat. Thanking yourself. Your cores are definitely thanking you. And relaxing and releasing. In our final posture, Shavasana. Slowly rolling onto your left side body. Slowly, with no rush at all, lifting up, coming into an easy seated position, starting and ending in the same spot. Your eyes can remain closed. Bring your hands to heart center. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering. And from the thoughts, words, and actions of our own lives, bring about that happiness and freedom for all. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great week. See you soon.